up, y'all? Welcome back to the No Chaser podcast. I'm Timothy De La Ghetto.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
And I'm Nikki Blades.
We're not going to start it with a singing intro today because literally less than an hour ago, we just found out that Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash. And we're all, of course, it's a sad day.
His daughter, they also confirmed at this time that his daughter Gianna was on the plane as well.
Yeah, man, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. And, we don't want to, we're not going to go into it too much. We're not going to dwell on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, we're here to, if anything, we're here to entertain you guys, get your mind off it. But we definitely, wanted to address it. It's fucked up. Kobe is, one of the GOATs. Not even if you're a hardcore basketball fan. It's like, how are you not just...
all over the world.
Yeah.
All over the world for numerous reasons. Numerous reasons. In LA specifically, though.
Yeah, man.
We are feeling it. It is gloomy here. It's lonely on the streets. It's not good. It feels like Michael Jackson and Nip.
At the same time.
At the same time, yeah.
100%. I was just going to say, like, it's fucked. Like, I was driving here. It's fucking gloomy. And I was like... because I feel like if I could have, I would have canceled this day.
Yeah.
Because look, we're gonna be here all day.
This was, this is the first time that none of us were in a group chat, by the way, to see when anybody was showing up. Not one of us wrote each other to even confirm the times. There was absolutely nothing. By the time you wrote me was when we were supposed to be here. And just knowing every single one of us has our own, and almost everybody listening has their own story, their own connection, their own reasoning. This is someone that no matter who you are, where you are in the world, he has touched you in a way that only you can explain what you're feeling today.
Yeah. Right. And I didn't, we have the studio booked all day. So I was like, I really wanted to be like, never mind, y'all. Let's just take a day to fucking grieve, get over this shit. But, I can't. The show must go on, you know. But I definitely was here. It was gloomy. I was like, you know what? I want to be a sad boy in my car. I put on some Nip I was driving here. And it was like, and you could tell it's just real somber in LA.
I actually wrote, I sent Brittany Elena a message. So Brittany is from the Bay. We've known each other for a long time. And if I can say anybody that's like really been working hand in hand with pushing a message with sports and just being empowered and working side by side with Kobe, I sent her a message and we don't even talk like that. And I just like, the first people that I thought about was his family. And then I thought like, she came into mind. I'm just like, there are very few people that are really out there pursuing what they want to do and living up to this, like the dream, like going and doing what you love every single day and then being connected to that person. I know that everybody's feeling it today.
Yeah. So, rest in peace one more time, Kobe Bryant.
I do want to say one thing though, to everybody out there, especially because this is going to be on the internet and it's all across these different platforms. It's like, allow everybody to have their own moment. Don't try this isn't about trying to make it about you, but everybody's connected. So if you feel like somebody's doing it for clout or doing it for whatever, just understand that, like, really, is it that necessary to feed into all the extra shit? Just let somebody have their moment, because we're all feeling very my ass was thinking about junior high when I picked 23 and my homegirl picked 24. Why we do what we do as athletes and as just individuals.
Yeah, I feel I feel that. And I was just telling Rick, I was like, look, for me, when someone dies, it's not my first instinct to get a picture of them and post it on Instagram. But I get that if that's how you grieve, you know what I'm saying? It's a generation of like, let's put everything online, you feel me? And if your first thought is to do that because it makes you feel better, fine, do that. You know what I'm saying? For me, it doesn't, it's not what I want to do right away. But also on the same token, you know what I'm saying, when I was scrolling and someone posted a picture of not Kobe, I was like, come on, man, Kobe Bryant just died.
I posted up the picture of him and his daughter. And my caption literally is that you inspired people and everybody has their own connection to you. I don't have to write my personal story. Nobody else has to explain why. But what we're going to do today is acknowledge this, because I can't imagine posting anything else.
Yeah, I wouldn't even. There's no such thing as clout chasing on this one. Everybody felt.
Everybody.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna try and get back to business. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want to talk about the whole time. We're gonna try and be funny, I guess.
So don't attach anything we say from here on out.
Right.
To anything we said before.
If we really could, this would be a whole discussion about loss. I mean, it could be anything. How everybody. No. I thought about that too. I was like, wasn't you just like, weren't we just posting up on all the Lakers stuff? Again, waking up in LA, and mind you, I'm not from LA, and I know a lot of people that are from LA. That's so deep rooted. My uncle is like, his whole freaking bar was painted. He's not from LA, but he had a Laker bar and Kobe stuff everywhere. So it's
dude. I don't even watch basketball like that. You know what I'm saying? But like, of course, growing up in LA is a big part of it too. It's like Kobe was like the hero out here. You know what I'm saying? And like, who didn't throwing some trash away, scream out like Kobe?
Yeah,
you know
right.
Even if you didn't watch basketball like that.
I was just in Oakland and San Francisco the past 2 days in Laker gear. Yeah. Just to try to piss somebody off.
No, our team sucks so bad right now. Nobody
could say anything.
Cares. We're like, it's
I went to this spot called Hang 10 out there, and it's like, it's all warriored out. And I was in there. I had my Laker warm up with a Laker hat on, just looking at everybody. What y'all gonna say?
Our team sucks, so we rooting for whoever the hell is just showing up.
Oh, there was so many. Oh no, I'm a Laker fan.
Yeah. Trust me. You go to a Warriors game, and like everybody, we're here because we're not bandwagons, and we got to support y'all when you suck. So we're here. But yeah, the Laker gear, everything, the like purple and gold. My high school that I went to was purple and gold.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was purple and gold.
You went to Linwood?
What?
Linwood. Shout out to Linwood. Shout out to my prom date, Anita. Hey, man, you know what? I need to hit the gym.
Man.
All right? But sometimes I don't feel like going to the gym. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I F with BeachBody On Demand. Now, what is that, you might ask? The holidays are behind us now, and it's time to work off those holiday treats and get back into fitness. BeachBody On Demand is an easy-to-use streaming service that gives you instant access to a wide variety of super effective workouts you can do from the comfort of your living room 24/7. Now, let me tell y'all, okay? This is the company that uses P90X, Insanity, 21-Day Fix. I did 21-Day Fix. I did it 2 times, and I lost 20 pounds.
Yeah.
I lost 20 pounds in like 6 weeks. I was looking really good, and I need to get back into that because I don't look really good anymore because I just need to do it again. They got the best trainers, and you can work out on your own schedule. You can work out as short as 10 minutes that don't require extra equipment, and in the time it takes you to drive and park at the gym, you could be finished working out. And look, man, don't be intimidated, okay? Here's the thing. I actually hate going to the gym, but I like working out at home. That's why this shit worked for me. That's why I was able to work out on my own time. Like I said, I lost 20 pounds. When Rick did it, he lost 30 pounds. Yeah.
A little more than 30, actually.
Shit.
I need to do it again.
Yeah. And I love P90X because I like being challenged. So that to me is super convenient. I'm able to knock it out before all of the other stuff I gotta deal with. And if really you want to challenge yourself, these are ridiculous because the results, being able to run, jump, and move is crazy. And to get all of that from home.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about big old sweaty buff dudes looking at you.
You ain't gotta worry about getting hit on.
Oh, yeah, I hate that.
And then after you feel sexy anyway.
Yeah, whatever she said.
So you can get hit on.
P90X. Beachbody.
Right now, our listeners can get a special free trial membership when you text NOCHASER to 303030. That's NOCHASER to 303030. Again, just text NOCHASER to 303030.
Yeah, you'll get full access to the entire platform for free. All the workouts, the nutrition information, and support totally free. I need to get on that. I definitely need to get on that.
And if you want to get a special free trial membership, just text NOCHASER to 303030.
Damn, that's a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
But real quick, if you like sex, you'll love BlueChew.com. BlueChew offers men a performance enhancement for the bedroom, and when you like to last longer and go extra rounds, I know I would. At BlueChew.com, you can get the first chewables with the active ingredients sildenafil or tadalafil, which are the same active ingredients as in Viagra and Cialis. And let me tell you something, guys. I was on my honeymoon recently, and I brought a packet with me out of curiosity, and I popped one, and them shits get you going. Let me tell you. Rick?
I want some. It only takes a few minutes to connect with a BlueChew.com affiliated physician, and if you qualify, you get prescribed online quickly. No in-person doctor visit, no awkward conversation, no waiting in line at the pharmacy. It ships directly to your door in discreet packaging too. These chewables from BlueChew.com are prescribed online by a doctor and made in the USA.
Do we have a deal for them, Nick?
We do have a deal for them. Here's a great deal for you guys. Visit BlueChew.com and get your first order free when you use promo code TIM. Just pay $5 for shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code TIM. That's BLUEChew.com, promo code TIM.
Speaking of the Bay Area, you was just out there, Rick. You was out there at our homegirl's baby's first birthday
party. Yeah.
How was that?
It was dope. It was different. Everybody was different except for one person. One person was still drunk. I'm not gonna put him on blast, but everybody else was a parent now, bro.
Apparently,
that's crazy.
Our boy Benji texted me like, "Man, this shit crazy." I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" He was like, "It's crazy to see how much a difference a year makes, bro. Like, couple years ago, we would all have been fucked up by now, trying to see what's up with the after party. Now he's like, everybody got babies trying to go to sleep."
Yeah, by 10, everybody's trying to go to sleep by 10. I told Aaron, I was like, y'all are like on my level now. Because y'all used to be wild and I used to be sitting down somewhere. Now y'all got to sit down because you got kids.
Man, all my friends have had kids for a long time. So I've been auntie for a long, long time. But my friends, they'd be like, okay, baby, like first birthday parties are lit. Depending on who is throwing them, they are always, the food is always good. Right. The alcohol is always
good. The babies are still babies enough so you can party. Right. They don't know shit.
Well, the thing about the babies on the first birthday, they always got an attitude. They always get, every first birthday I've been to, baby had an attitude.
Really?
Didn't want to rock with nobody. Like, get out my face.
Yeah. It's probably the first time being around that many people.
Yeah, it's so many people, it's so much in your face. But the rest of the party is fun.
I saw a meme like literally yesterday, and it was like girls always trying to go party until they like 7 months pregnant and then get mad when the baby's crying at 3 a.m. He's trying to go downtown.
Yeah. you set him up. He's got him that life. Yeah.
Man, kids' birthday parties though, really, they are a lot of fun. If you are with the right friends, like a lot of my friends had babies younger and they all eat well. Some of the kids are grown enough. You have your section, like everybody has their little area, and it's like there's a lot of this, a lot of alcohol, there's a lot of eating, there's games, normally gambling because we're all Asian, so there's somebody gambling in the corner. There's a game of something going on.
Speaking of, I don't think that's just an Asian thing. Cause like one time I threw a little Wildin' Out hotel party because I used to just like.
Was it a brown thing?
Well, here's the thing. Well, it was funny because I had never seen this before. I'd definitely seen gambling at parties before, but I threw this hotel party in New York.
Don't say they were shooting dice.
They were shooting dice?
No. I went Asian route cards. I went cards. Yeah. You went crap.
But not only were they shooting dice, so I'm doing like a one shot through my whole party. You know what I'm saying? I go from the front of the shit to all the way back. You know what I'm saying? It's people listening to music, people dancing. I get to DC.
Oh.
DC and this other cat, they're like shooting dice, but not only that, DC's topless.
He had to get the feel.
Is his boxes up high and his jeans down low?
Of course.
In a stance.
Chains, boxers, he's shooting dice. Fucking, I come up to him with the camera. He takes all the money out that he just won.
Just like,
and that's life.
The block. Yeah. You were on the block.
Yeah, man. I mean,
that's a real fucking party right there.
Take the boy out the block, but you can't take the block out the boy.
That's hilarious. The best part about the party though was seeing all the parents pawn their kids off on other people. Like, oh, she likes you. I'm gonna go over here now. There was one point I had baby Gabby, Aaron's baby.
Yeah.
And Aaron was like behind me playing with her. And then I no longer heard Aaron playing with her. And I'm like, where's Aaron?
That's your uncle. That's your Uncle Rick. That's your Uncle Rick.
Pretty much, yeah. It was cool though. She liked me.
Aww.
That's fun, man. You know what's crazy is because like I'm an only child, so I feel like all, my baby's uncles and aunties are just gonna be the homies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be Uncle Rick, Auntie Tway. Eric is about to. My boy Eric is about to have his twins.
Yeah.
They about to do like I think like a C-section situation.
Oh, they got to get him out of there.
Yeah. Cause she's like hurt. Cause she's so tiny.
Thing, yeah.
And
it looks painful.
Yeah.
It looks painful
for sure.
Yeah. That's rough. Oh,
Like I want to buy her pain pills.
yeah. You're
Fuck.
just like, oh, you'll get through this.
I'm a C-section baby, so I remember when I was coming out, like
When you saw the scalpel.
You're like,
Almost
a
got
little
shot.
different.
oh shit.
Wow, that's a lot of light all at once.
But okay, so here's something I've been holding on telling Rick
Oh,
for a long time. So I just got back from my honeymoon, right? In the Maldives, and I had a fucking crazy ass dream, all right? And so much so. Oh, and yes, it was a lucid dream, all right?
Okay.
wait. All right, go.
All right, what were you about to say?
Whatever the weirdness was, you did on purpose.
Is there?
It was a little of both. It was a little of both.
Okay.
It was
I'm
a little
like-
of both. No. The weirdness came in after I realized I was dreaming. all right?
Okay.
No. The weirdness came in before I realized. I was
Okay.
dreaming. So it was weird, and then when I realized, I'll tell you about it right now.
Okay.
So I fucking woke up out of this dream, and I was like, "Holy shit! I cannot forget anything." I pulled out my laptop, typed it all out.
Oh,
and
my
that's
why-
laptop.
yeah.
Oh.
And now we have the laptop. This is why. Here we go. Because I wanted to immediately fucking voice message this shit to Rick, and I was like, no, I want his reaction on the podcast.
Oh
right.
no! Here it is.
Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, mind you, I'm asleep in the Bahamas.
Okay.
All right.
That's not the Bahamas.
In the Maldives. Whoops. Yeah. Okay. So the dream starts off. I'm traveling with Chia. All right. I'm traveling with Chia, and we end up in like almost like I wouldn't say third world country, but it was like huts, and like it was like a more a grimier area. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a nice area, and all the homies were there. You were there, Poos Post, Benji, like the whole secondary squad was there. You feel me? So we're all there, and I'm in my I'm in the hotel. I'm looking down out the window of the hotel, and I see y'all there ready to go out or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. But then I notice in another room is a crush I had in high school. She's on the bed chilling. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go say hi to this girl in the bed chilling, right? So at this point, it's innocent, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go say what's up to my friend. And then I realize as I go into her room, she's got a big t-shirt on, her booty's out. I'm like, I'm gonna go feel on her booty a little bit. So
Makes sense.
What else do you do?
a rubber booty a little bit. And I guess she's in there with her cousin, and she tells her cousin, she whispers something to her cousin gets up and gets out. I'm like, oh shit, okay, my high school crush finally is trying to get down. You know what I'm saying? It's finally happening, because we all have those girls in high school or guy in high school that we always wish we could have did something with, and we never did nothing with, right? Or girl in high school, right. Depending on what stage you were at that point, Nikki Blades.
It was a guy. Okay. College different.
College different. So she tells me to get closer. We start making out, right? I take the big t-shirt off. We start kissing. We start doing stuff. It's cool, right? And then, but wait a second, something happens. Y'all are outside of the window looking up at me. You looking pissed. I turn around. It's Tway. I'm like, oh!
Wow.
I'm like, wait, no.
Tim wants to die today.
No, but wait. I'm like, fuck. No, this is not who it was. But y'all are down there. Y'all are like, what the fuck, bro? Yeah. I look back at Tway. She has little like boils and like shits all over her body. Like she's
Gave her a disease.
No. Subconsciously, my brain was telling me not to fuck with this girl, right? So she has all these little bumps and boils all over her body. I'm like, this isn't right? So then, okay, so everyone's pissed. Benji's flipping me off. I wrote that down specifically. I'm like,
thanks, Benji.
I'm like, fuck, I failed. All the homies are disappointed, shaking their heads. So now I go into what I thought was a bathroom to kind of like shower my shame off and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm in this bathroom, but it's weird because it's like a store almost. I'm on the second level of this shit, and every time I reach for some soap, there's a clerk who's like, that'll be $5, right? I'm like, all right. So I'm trying to clean myself off. I'm pissed at myself. I'm pissed that this happened. And then so then OJ Simpson walks in.
Do my dirty work, OJ.
So OJ walks in. He's looking up at me because I'm on the second level. He's on the first level. He's like, Tim, this is where you fucked up, right? And he starts telling me that we make certain mistakes in life. and you got to take responsibility for that. And I'm like,
if I fuck the homie's girl, this is how.
But I'm imagining. Wait, Tim, are you taking a shower? Cause so you're naked on the second floor.
I'm showering.
You're showering, and
I'm
OJ's
showering.
looking up. Look,
Talking to
OJ's
OJ.
looking up at you. Okay.
So OJ is scolding me, giving me this whole spiel about wrongdoings, right? And then I realize, holy shit, this is a dream. Because what the fuck? Why is OJ here? I'm like, I'm dreaming. So, but whenever I realize I'm dreaming, I have to double check before it hits lucid mode, all right? So I'm like, I'm going to dive off this second level onto the first level, see what happens, right? I dive, I land on my face. I'm not hurt. I'm like, yes, I'm dreaming, right? So then what happens is, all y'all, right, we're in this kind of like conference room because y'all were pissed at me because I almost or was in the middle of canoodling Tway, right? Everyone's pissed, but then I realized I'm like, nope, I'm dreaming. So I Superman fly into this conference room, like break through the wall, and everyone turns around. Everyone's like, he figured it out that he's dreaming, y'all.
Oh, wow.
Figured out that it's fake.
Yeah. So come here, Tway.
No.
So then I'm flying around. So I'm like, all right, I'm about to fuck somebody in front of y'all. I grab a big chick, BBW to the max, but I'm lifting her up like she's nothing, right? Fly to one side of the room, pick her up, plop her on the table, so I'm fucking her in front of all y'all, right? And then I'm like, this is a dream. I might as well go all out. I fly to the other side, grab another big chick.
Oh, God.
So I got two big chicks. I'm flying around, I'm threesoming around this whole conference room, right? And like, so I'm going in front of everybody. Everyone's laughing. Everyone's cheering me on.
Yay, Tim.
Yeah. So like, yay, Tim, you didn't fuck Tway and you're dreaming. Cool. So then, so I'm going in, right? And then I'm about to bust. And of course, you know, when I bust in a dream, usually I wake up unless I'm lucid dreaming, then I can make sure that I bust, right? So I'm like going in, I'm like, okay, let's make sure I don't wake up. I fucking bust in real life. And then as I'm ejaculating, right? I can tell that I'm thrusting in real life. Like the last 3 pumps were like in real life. I wake up and then I notice Chia's leg is on my body because we were sleeping next to each other.
So you're
And then so I'm like, so I'm just kind of quiet because I'm waking up now. And then I hear her go, what kind of dream are you having?
She's probably like,
Did
can I
you tell
have my... Well, she's gonna know now.
I told her the whole thing, and I was like, man, that's crazy that you were just on me right now. I'm like, what did you feel? She was like, I felt you humping. And I guess she felt like according to her, it was like a like a the last one.
That's hilarious.
So that's my dream.
And where was she at in the dream?
She just disappeared at some point.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna let you go live this out. Go ahead.
Oh, God.
So there you are.
Well, that's hilarious, and I hate you.
That was my honeymoon.
That
was my honeymoon. That was my honeymoon.
That was my honeymoon.
He got everything he wanted in his honeymoon.
Hilarious.
Oh man, if you could feel the shock and I was so mad at myself, bro.
I think everybody has had that first half of the dream
Which one?
where you start messing with somebody and then they turn into somebody they shouldn't be.
Right.
Oh, God, I hate those so
Right.
much. Yeah.
Oh man, I felt so bad. Because let me tell you something. You know, like, you know, you really don't want to fuck your homie's girl. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Even when like, when dudes are getting head or whatever, a bunch of different situations go through your head sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But then when your homie's girl's face pops into your head, you're like, nope, don't do that.
Yep.
Bad
Skip.
news.
Next face. You're
Next.
over here like Tinder, like nope. Yes,
Yeah.
we'll keep this face.
Man, I was dying to tell you about that shit, dog.
Side note, other girls' faces don't go through my head.
Oh, me neither. Not as a married man. Oh no, as a married man, it's wife only.
I'm a little Let's fuck this up right there.
No, that only happens when you're single and you're getting head from a random, and then you can just imagine all types of different
Right.
people.
Yeah. But when you're in a relationship and you're getting head from a random, you think
You only think about your lady.
Oh my God. Random fact, did you know when you're dreaming, you only see faces that you've seen before? So even if you don't recognize the person, you've probably seen them in passing.
I've heard that.
I don't understand how anyone would be able to prove that.
That's what I'm saying. Because I've heard that being said, but I'm like, how do they know that?
Yeah.
I do not know.
Or people will say that if you're dreaming, look at your hand, you'll only have 4 fingers or some shit like that. Or if you look at your hand and you have some amount of fingers, I'm like, how? Because okay, here's the thing. I used to this kind of confused me for years because there was an episode of Batman the cartoon where Scarecrow was fucking with Batman's dreams, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And then in that dream, like someone told Batman, when you can't read, then that means you're dreaming, like because you can never read actual words in your dreams, and that's how Batman knew, and he woke up out of the dream. And I thought that was real for the longest time. I used to like tell people that as a kid. I'm like, actually, did you know that? Blah blah blah. And then one day I was dreaming, and for sure I fucking read a real ass word, and I was like, Batman lied to me.
Fuck Batman.
Pissed.
I like dreams. I think
I was just about to say I like Batman.
I do like Batman too, and the cartoon is way better. The cartoons are so much better. I grew up on the
Batman cartoon was fire.
They were dope.
That was the shit.
I love those cartoons.
It was so violent too.
And X-Men, I liked X-Men too.
Man,
Batman's back.
oh
Cartoon?
yeah, Disney Plus.
Really?
Yeah, that's right, bub. I remember. There you go, guys. Your song of the day.
And I knew it.
I remember. Speaking of violence on kids shows, I remember because Power Rangers would never. Like, if they ever sliced somebody, it would just go, like, they would hit the shoulder and
And a
go
lot of-
shink, and they would fly back.
Or like
you know what I'm saying?
sparks always.
Right.
A lot of
So,
sparks.
I don't know if y'all remember VR Troopers.
You remind me a little bit, but I know the name sounds super familiar.
So, VR Troopers was a Power Rangers-esque show, but it was only 3 of them.
Okay.
And I remember when it was an episode where one of the main dudes, he got like some special powers or some shit. So it was their equivalent of putties. They weren't putties, but there was some other like, just like faceless henchmen that would always get killed. And this dude, when he got his powers, bro, he wasn't just like fake slicing. He fucking stabbed one of them. Like the sword went through the gut. And I remember watching and be like, oh my God, what is this? Next level. I wonder, how are kids shows nowadays, now that like times are all woke?
I caught this show on, I think it was maybe Netflix, and it was the like kind of their version of Goosebumps. And it was this like kid, it looked like his plastered face, and it might have been a European show. But a lot of the stories were very like spooky stories, not really like violent, but I was watching it kind of going, I don't even know if my nieces should be watching this. Some of this stuff is like spooky, little creepy, but not gory.
Everything's adult. Even the cartoons are adult.
Really?
Oh, and like if it's not super adult, they be having like same-sex parents and shit. Like it's progressive out here.
Yeah. A lot of the shows. But I haven't caught any action. Like I haven't caught any action shows. I don't even know what action. You know what I mean? Like our Power Rangers.
Oh yeah, do they have one of those?
Like really think about it. Do they have?
Oh no,
I'm gonna ask my nephew.
Yeah.
There's a new. Actually, there's always a new generation of Power Rangers, and
But then, does anybody watch it?
no. Well, I remember a couple years ago. I'm sorry, I'm so raspy right now. There was
raspy.
there was a couple seasons ago, a more recent Power Rangers, and it was dope because like they were more choreographed with the kung fu and shit. Like it was like I felt like I was watching the kind of more kung fu-esque instead of like just the
Yeah. I saw the Japanese version of the Power Rangers. My friend Kume.
Power Ranger.
They were speaking in Japanese. My friend is Japanese, and so her son Kaito was watching it, and I was like, "What is going on?" The designs, the costumes, the effects. I was like, "This is some next level type stuff."
Fun fact: we all saw the Japanese version of it because what they used to do was just take their action scenes.
Really?
Yeah.
And just dub it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I think Rita actually though. Rita was an American character that they still made look like it was dubbed for some reason.
That's funny.
Because I don't think Rita was in the Japanese version, but it was always still just
Yeah.
everything seemed like it was lip synced. Speaking of the scary shows, I remember I could watch Goosebumps, but I could never watch Are You Afraid of the Dark? Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Oh, that was
Creep me out.
Bruh. Yeah. What Goosebumps, the theme song was the scariest part of Goosebumps.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Are You Afraid of the Dark? That shit was scary.
Have you guys ever seen, so my mom was big into the creepy shows. Have you seen Tales from the Crypt?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That main character, my mom and my sister used to think it was the funniest thing ever. I would like cry. They used to try to make me watch it. I'm like, no.
He had a cartoon. That shit was tight
Did
too.
he?
Yeah.
He's just so ugly. It's so scary.
The Crypt Keeper.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the creepiest shit ever. I don't even know if I remember any of the stories. I just know that as soon as I saw his face, I couldn't sleep.
I remember the scariest thing I watched as a little kid was the
Tales from the Hood.
No, the making of Thriller, and then because my dad used to watch that all the time, and after the making of Thriller, they would show the Thriller video. You know what I'm saying? And I would be okay with the whole Thriller video until they got to that one dude. And it was like when it was quiet and they were like panning around and they were getting kind of close-ups on all the little zombies, and there was one that had all the gunk flying. Oh man, that one used to creep me out, man. I used to hide behind my dad, but I couldn't stop watching because it was Michael. Yeah.
Do you think we'll ever have anything as close to that? Because I remember seeing that, like the making of it. You watch the whole thing and you watch the video over and over and over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
No.
What you mean?
You don't think
you got that yummy,
Oh, my
yummy, yummy,
Bruh, I love those videos. It's always that one girl who's
That's awesome.
really, really bad.
Have you seen? So the challenge came from not Bieber's actual video. It came from a group of dancers who did a choreography video to Yummy that went viral and shit. The wall shit. Yeah. And it's dope. Actually,
The actual choreography?
yeah. Not that. That's just one tiny section of it, but the whole shit is dope.
Yeah.
all these challenges? The Dolly Parton challenge is pretty hilarious right now.
I hate it.
You hate it?
I hate it so much.
I've seen 2 or 3 of them that were super funny, but I know that I'm so late. It's pointless in me trying to do it.
What's that girl's name? Lala Milan?
I know which one.
Hers was funny.
She always got purple hair.
Yeah, she be having
The super
different color
skinny.
hair. Yeah.
Okay.
Hers was funny because her Tinder, she was catfishing. Like that was the first one I saw where she used somebody else's picture. I was like, okay, that's funny. But the rest of it was like, get out of here.
Well, I was like, it was funny because it's funny that you bring that up because I sent a couple ones to Rick and I was like, which one should I post? Which one's better? And he was like, I hate it all, but this first one, I guess.
A friend of mine, he goes by Rude Gentleman, but his name is Frank, and he did one all the same, but his his Tinder one, his black line blocking out the area was like from here to there, and it was one of those where I was like, I hate you. I literally wrote him. I said, I hate you. And why did he was like, had to make 4 different videos explaining like I'm totally exaggerating for all of you in my comments that think that that's really what's going on.
One of my homegirls, for her last one, it was OnlyFans instead of Tinder.
Yeah.
So that was funny. But I was trying to tell Rick that I'm like, hey man, when there's an easy ass challenge to do, it's the easiest way to get a bunch of likes. Go for a easy joke. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
I'm just not a like whore, man. I can't do it.
But I was trying to tell him like, hey bro, it's not about being a like whore. This is our job. You feel me?
It's not though.
It's my job.
It's not though.
It is though.
You have talent and you can do so many other things.
I know.
Yeah.
But
so it's not your job. That's you taking advantage of low hanging fruit.
That's like being on Wild 'N Out. You feel me? It's like
wow.
In terms of like the jokes on Wild 'N Out, it was always like really low hanging fruit jokes. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
and you did not like that about that.
But I don't mind making the like if there's a challenge on Instagram and it's not something that fucking goes against my morals and I know that it will get my engagement up, I would do that. Because although I know I'm a very talented person and can do so much more outside of getting Instagram likes, Instagram is paying the bills better than anything else right now.
That's the equivalent of the bikini post, the unnecessary booty pic. I feel like going on your lines, and so I stopped doing that, but I understand what you're saying. It's like I can go and I could post this picture real quick, get my numbers up really fast, and it'll be good. But I noticed that on TikTok, I'm bringing up TikTok because that's what I've been playing on mainly now, that the challenges, there's a formula on getting the numbers up. And when you participate in a lot of those, and I'm like, oh, but on Instagram, I would never. It's crazy because I behave differently on each platform.
Yeah, you have to. And to be clear, I'm not actually bothered by you doing it.
Yeah.
I don't like the challenge itself, because the thing about like you and the Lala girl and a bunch of other people that I saw later, you took a thing and then you tried your best to make it funny in your way. You know what I'm saying? Like the way. But there was so many where it was just straight.
Yeah.
It was a business suit on LinkedIn with my family on Facebook, looking cool on Instagram. Here's my model picture.
Yo, this casino up north actually did it, and they used me as the Tinder picture.
Really?
Because I worked with them for something. They have this restaurant up there, so I went over there and I took a picture inside of the casino to promote it, and they did all their stuff, and they had like this older white guy who just hit the jackpot on their Facebook, and then their LinkedIn is the professional photo, and then for the Tinder one, it was a picture of me just like fully like dressed like at the slot machine. I was like, oh.
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's why them shits get so popular, because they're easy to do. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like my job as a internet comedian is to take on the popular trend, make it my own. Get the likes,
but it still wasn't that dope. So
get the brand deal.
Go harder. Like Will Smith's trash.
Oh,
it was fucking
I didn't even see it.
Look, I love Will Smith.
Right.
Most of the shit he participates in on social media is whack as fuck. What he does on his own on social media, be dope. When there's something he wants to join in on, it's fucking whack, and that's what I hate.
Right.
Where it's just like, oh, that's what everyone's doing?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do it.
It's like they have the top hashtags of the day. Here are the top things that are trending. Here, let's knock out a bunch of video. You can tell when it's just overly produced and just kind of like throw this in. I think Kevin Hart and The Rock do very well on their social media as far as like on the more trendy side of things. Martin Lawrence just did one because, again, I'm scrolling on other apps outside of Instagram now, and I'm seeing they're all crossing over. And you can really see how not good people are at social media. Yeah. Terry Crews.
Oh, my God. Terry Crews, Howie Mandel.
Terry Crews.
I hate them so much.
On
TikTok. They fucking terrible.
They are so bad. Martin Lawrence just did one, and I was like, oh, this is how you know that when you start seeing A-list, these are not just people that are like, oh, let's try to get some numbers up. These are legit blockbuster hit making superstars now hopping off and doing lip sync videos to where you're going, what?
It's crazy. Like, it's exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
But it's so fucking gross to see. Like
Terry Crews is bad, but he's so bad. It's his own version of good, if that makes sense. It's so him, but it's bad.
And he has no respect for it either.
Okay.
You can tell somebody came and like, okay, well, this is trending right now. And he looks at it for a second and say, okay, I'll do that. And then he fucking wiggles around and with the same audio that someone else used and thinks it's just going to do something. Like,
I see.
Get the fuck out of here. But for me, it's like, why are you Will Smith or Martin Lawrence or whoever fighting for relevancy?
Right.
It just bugs the fuck out of me.
It's completely turned into everybody is realizing that when YouTube became so big, when beauty influencers and other YouTubers were selling out in real life, that's when celebrities started freaking out because they were like, holy shit. Wait, do you mean that these people are sitting by and this is what's going on? So Triller, I just downloaded Triller. I just downloaded it, but I think it's cool for like matching up the videos. I was like, oh, this is fun, but I don't quite understand the app. TikTok, I didn't get it at first, but now I understand it's like how it is. It's pretty fucking fun, to be honest. TikTok is fun. Now, is it going to stay that way? Absolutely not. We all know that it's going to become something different, but as long as you can figure out how to monetize for all the regular people out there, it's cool.
You know, to your point about challenges and shit, and like low-hanging fruit, there's a reason on YouTube I never used to do the trending challenges because for that reason. Until I was like, fuck it, I'll throw them on my secondary channel because on my main channel I held that up to such like a high standard. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I get completely what you're saying because I was like, I always used to look at the trending challenges on YouTube and be like, fuck, I could get so many views just like doing the cinnamon challenge and shit. But I just don't. I want people to see quality content on my shit. You know what I'm saying? But vlog channel, I was like, fuck it.
Fucking do it. For me, it's like whatever you actually like. If you think that cinnamon challenge looks funny to you or interesting, like I'm going to dip my balls in some soy sauce.
Same.
I was literally trying to ask people like, will you do it for me? Can you do it? I want to know.
I told her about it.
Yeah, like I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
I don't care what it does. I want to know if I can really taste the shit firsthand. But it's like, that's something I want to do. I'm not going to just go dipping my balls in everything after that because it becomes a trend.
Yeah, every platform is completely different. Some people go ham on Twitter. Like some people love Twitter and that's where they're like, blah, 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 and they go in. Instagram was the same thing. I remember when I was only posting modeling photo shoot, like when I would do a photo shoot, and that was the shit. Like you were... There was a point in time where being a model meant having actual physical, like you had to touch it, magazines. So I know if you did any print work, you post that up, your numbers went up, it was crazy because that's how it worked. So Instagram was your modeling portfolio, and then they became Instagram models. Now I remember the time where I was looking at these girls like, what the fuck? I'm 5'9". I finally am getting into this modeling stuff. And now the little 5'2" with the big old fake boobies is getting all of the like money. But then you come where it all changes and you got to realize, okay, I prioritize my content on my Instagram. I'm emotional on my Twitter. I'm emotional on my Twitter.
Oh, we synced.
I know. I be going in, okay?
And then you screenshot it and you put it on your Instagram.
Then I put it on my Instagram. Then I'm like, all right, y'all, I actually have something to say occasionally. All right. I used to use my words and not just my boobs to get there.
You know she's hurt.
Okay. I needed people to see I am subtweeting like a motherfucker right now.
I'm subtweeting. I'm changing my hair. I'm posting the subtweets on Instagram. Feel me, motherfuckers.
Yo,
we still love you though.
I know, but you know when you know how to piss somebody off, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not really trying to be petty, and it's not for everybody else to know, but the ones that know me know what's going on. But yeah, that motherfucker is watching it for sure. Fuck you.
Oh God, Nicholas.
But
whatever you were saying.
But going back to all the platforms, like I'm really having fun on TikTok. Like how I feel like what social media was supposed to be utilized for initially.
So follow Nikki Blades on TikTok.
At Nikki Blades.
I'm still trying to figure out TikTok too, man. We talk about it all the time.
I figured it out. TikTok is new YouTube.
It's fun.
Do whatever you actually want. TikTok is a place where you can do quality too. Yeah. People are gonna complain about like the simple shit, getting the likes and the views and the girl showing off or whatever. But there's space for all of that.
Oh man,
I get a bunch of shit coming across, like some really funny ass kid. Yo, girls are funny on TikTok.
Yep.
Bruh, and I hate to say that the way I said it, but bruh, I'm like, oh shit, she's funny for real. Like, this is a girl, she's funny. Clay's gonna be so mad at me for that. But they be funny.
But I'm saying this after being on Instagram for so damn long, it's completely different. Like,
because girls don't be funny on Instagram.
No, because if you are on Instagram, there's a million people ready to rip you apart if you wear makeup and try to be funny. Oh, why are you over here trying to make a joke? Why? Because it's so visual that people only care about the aesthetic. But when you're on other platforms where it's based off of like, if you are trying to go onto TikTok and just sit there and look pretty, no one's gonna really pay attention to anything you're posting. They'll look, but why? I have Instagram. So if you're gonna go and be on the app, do something. There's a lot of informative channels. Yeah. There's a lot of witches. I got a lot of witches. I liked a couple horoscope and tarot card things, and now I got a lot of witches. Finances, fitness, food. The food ones I think are really entertaining.
Bite just launched as well.
What is that?
Bite is Vine reincarnate. It is Vine 2. Yeah, Bite. It's already, somebody was like, Tim, Bite just launched. And I was like, I'm cool. And they was like, well, you should at least get on before someone gets your name. I was like, All right. Yeah. And mind you, this was the next day, and someone already got my name.
Damn.
Yeah.
I hope nothing comes of that. There's too many.
Too many. I can't keep up.
And it's going so fast.
Yeah, and numbers.
TikTok is enough.
Yo, TikTok, there's people with like 25 million, 20. And how they do it is that they can show the hashtags. There's like billions. Like some of these hashtags are used in the billions. And it is insane how quick that platform has now got into everything else. YouTube is I still watch YouTube when I get ready. Instagram, I'm still checking Instagram when I know that we got to get work. So of course, like I'll take a picture today because I'm at work and I will treat my Instagram like it's my resume.
All right, so since y'all both do that, how does it feel? Like realistically, because I see a bunch of people do that. There's so many new actors that I like their stuff. They have like shows on cable networks that I'm like, oh, this is good. Or they be in little movies here and there. And then all of them drop an album. And I'm like, you wanted to do music. This music was your thing.
Okay.
You fell into acting because you're attractive or something like that.
Okay.
But you wanted music. You were willing to put that on the back burner to get a name, to then try to use that name to promote your music, and nobody cares about your music because you're an actor. You know.
So what's the question?
How does that feel to not exactly do what you want to do or what your passion is, while doing other shit that you know is going to get your name out there?
Right.
You want to start?
Yeah, sure. Well, for me, you know what I'm saying? I just kind of had to learn how essential it was. You know what I'm saying? Because when I started making YouTube videos, I never thought YouTube videos were going to be the thing that would take me to like get me where I'm at, get me into the rooms and like get me, and I would be like living off it. I didn't know YouTube was going to be a career. You know what I'm saying? I made YouTube videos to hopefully get my face out there so I could do the traditional acting shit. You know what I'm saying? And then when I realized, okay, I'm making money. Also, this is opening up doors for me. This is getting me, and I can get to a point where I can actually even create the shit I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? When I was doing sketches and shit like that. Then it was like, okay, because I was really one of the first like class of people doing YouTube, you know? So now it's like, I realize that this is a really good way to get my foot in the door, you know? And as long as I still have that as my goal, I don't feel like I gave up anything. You feel me?
So what if let's say the food shit you've been doing really just fucking takes off.
Right.
And now you're known as the food guy.
Right.
And then you put out music.
Right.
But you started doing it.
Yeah.
And people are like, the fuck? Ain't that the food?
I mean, shit, that's kind of happening now.
How does that feel?
It feels a little funny. Like, luckily, I got diehard enough supporters who, like, whenever someone poses that question, be like, oh, you must be new. You don't know about traffic, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? It's not at a point where it's completely forgotten yet. And I still throw in there, don't trip, y'all. I'm still working on some bars for y'all. I'm still working on some bars. So I can remind them a little bit. But what you're saying is it's definitely a thing because the food shit popped off so much. And now, like, I put out something, or I was even just mentioning that, like, oh, this is when I put out my first album, and it was a handful of, wait, you rap?
Yeah.
And that's why I still try to just always remind people, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, I'm trying to act, trying to rap.
I'm trying to do it all.
Yeah. Just the food people like me eating.
Nicholas?
When I initially, Instagram, I owe a lot to being Nikki Blades. Like when I did Maxim, so I had been modeling since I was scouted when I was younger from IMG. I was scouted, but I ended up not signing with anybody because my parents wanted me to stay in sports and wanted to do that route. So go and don't just give up everything, right? Because you got to have a backup plan. When I got done with sports and realized that, hey, there was no USA softball team anymore and I wasn't going to play against other colleges, I really wanted to model. So I got into the modeling industry and I did that. I've done runway. I've done several fashion shows. I've done videos. I've done a little acting here and there. I've done some TV stuff. Now, what happened is that when Maxim decided to do a crossover into the social media world, you had to have a personality, which is where all of that came in. So they did the Maximum Hometown Hottie contest on there, and you needed to, it's a popularity contest. I had to get votes. So then that's when I got into Instagram. Now, as Instagram started to grow, they started hiring more models off of the platform because they needed, all these companies were starting to realize that you need those people because that's how your brand's going to get exposure. Well, I still wanted to do runway, but I was too curvy for runway. So I really was having to look at stuff like, okay, this isn't working out. And then I got more into the social media stuff. I always wanted to do runway. I wanted to walk that, but there was a point in time to where my body type was not seen out there. There was no Kardashians yet. There wasn't any of that stuff. And so I had to put the high fashion stuff on hold because it wasn't making me any money. I wasn't able to live or to do anything that I actually wanted to do. So I got more into the social media stuff. Now, I ended up getting into radio, which is a job where people look at you and go,
Well, they don't even look at you.
No. You got to walk into the building, right? So I got asked to do radio. And so everybody was looking at me like, oh, she's only here because of social media.
Okay.
So people were looking at me like, this girl's naked on her Instagram. She doesn't have anything to say. The guy who hired her probably just wants to sleep with her. And that's the only reason why she's here. And so I spent the last 3 years trying to prove something. I'm using air quotes because I realized this the other day how dumb this sounds. That I was trying to prove something to them and myself that, yo, I'm way more than just my social media. I'm way more than a model. I'm way more than those things. But a little piece of me dies every time I do that because I love being a model. I think, you know what I mean? Like, I love it. I shouldn't be embarrassed for the fact that I can look good and speak. And then on top of it, I love doing the food stuff. My end goal when I meet people is to ultimately end up having a food show. So pieces of you die a little bit knowing that and I'm not like it really, pieces of you die a little bit when you really are trying to lie to yourself and lie to other people, because should I really give a shit that I can wear a swimsuit, eat, and talk on the radio? No. But do people judge me off of it? Yes.
Right.
But you hit an age, like a mature age. It's not a real number, but there's some maturity level that you hit where you stop giving a fuck, and you realize that everything you're doing is to help with the common goal. So yeah, I got into radio knowing it would help me get into everything else because it adds a little bit more respect. But I'm also still going to model and eat and do all of it because I was lucky enough to capitalize on social media to make me sit here right now.
Do that shit.
Makes sense. And I wasn't asking because I'm just like this purist who doesn't know what it feels like to sell out. I don't have a specific thing in mind.
Right.
So for me, it never feels away if I do something different.
Yeah. Right.
Because I don't feel like I'm turning my back on anything because I never had a set thing. So I just wondered because I know y'all had set things.
Yeah.
I mean, also with Instagram though, as long as I'm not like putting chili peppers up my asshole, I'm like, fuck it, I'll do that shit on Instagram. Like, I don't give, like, I'll put everything on Instagram.
What about pepperoncinis?
Pepperoncinis.
Ooh,
I like pepperoncinis.
Yeah, the social. I mean, again, I have no problem with saying a little piece of me died when I was really like waking up, and I was like, yo, I'm miserable. I was working like three jobs, mind you, because I wanted to live on my own. I didn't want to be a stereotype as far as like, oh, she's only pretty, she can't do shit for herself, all this other stuff. So I did that for a few years, and then I was like, I feel like I'm dying. I'm working very hard for somebody else's company, and not as hard for myself. So when you can go, oh, I can use this to my advantage to help me with my end goal. Also, I'm going to stop lying to myself and really stop giving a fuck if somebody thinks that I'm stupid based off of what I look like, because really when my bills have to get paid and I need to go to work and I still got to worry about these things, just because their opinion is what it is not going to stop me.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of, there's definitely things I have not done on YouTube and parts I have not taken, because of my end goal goals. You feel me? Or like even like I get hit up a lot to host shit because like I'm good at it and like I'm good at reading a teleprompter, but I try not to do too much of that unless it's like paid really well. Because I'm not, like I'm not trying to be just known as host, dude. You feel me? Especially when it's something where I'm just reading a prompter and I don't really get to be myself, because when I'm doing Send Foods, I just me being me. You feel me? So it's like I don't feel as like, oh, I'm host guy. But it definitely, because even though like let's say Mario Lopez started off, Saved by the Bell and actually acting, it's like it's weird to think of him in an acting role now.
Yeah,
Kind of
can't
only
do that,
think of him of the guy you see when you turn on your hotel room TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know when everybody started doing skits on Instagram? I maybe had like 1 or 2 that I've done, but I realized I didn't like that. I'm not an actor. I never saw myself that way. I wasn't going to try to be a funny girl. But I saw a lot, like try, when you see some people, you're like, it's not what you know what I mean? That's not what you do. I loved people that did it. I liked watching the skits, but I always knew that a big part of me did not really want to do that, even though that at the time was the way to go. They're like, oh, you're funny. You have a personality. Why don't you do these? Because it doesn't feel real.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
To me, so I've definitely seen some of those stuff, but I'd also have no problem posting a bikini pic. But for some people, they're like, oh, why are you just showing your body? Why are you naked on Instagram? Why aren't you using your platform for other things? But there's a point in time where I was like, that was my job.
Just build my platform.
This was, I was working out, I was doing fitness stuff, and it was crazy because now you see it. Everything has its own subcategory, and you legit now in 2020, you can go, and I am a hypnotic connoisseur. This is my whole channel. I am only talking about this, and you can build a following because people like what they like. And before, was that the thing? No.
Yeah, it's an audience for everything nowadays. Isn't that crazy? I still be debating going into ASMR.
Every day we shot the mukbang and I was like, oh man, I've seen enough videos and I watch them all the time, and I was like, so you gotta go like this, you go up close, and so am I supposed to eat with my face in the camera? Like, where am I supposed to? And I thought it was the funniest thing ever, but do I actually have the lady balls to go and post up the videos? I don't know, but you hear that posting up content's better than not posting content.
What you do is put your lady balls in some soy sauce. Tell us how it tastes.
I would be like, all right, guys, so the men are doing it. I don't know why, but Tim and Rick told me to sit in this soy sauce to see if I taste anything.
I just want to see if it's real.
Yeah, I might do it today.
Yeah, dog, I'm down.
They keep saying that it's not, but then some people are like, I tasted it in my mouth.
I've only seen girls say it's not, and I'm like, yo, shut up. This is one time where you need to shut the fuck up. You don't have balls.
Here's the thing about it too, is like, okay, look, I've been trying to do it this whole week, but it's been cold in LA. So we about to tell you, when it's cold, your balls cling to your body.
But can't you still sitting in?
You're not gonna sit in it and put it in a little bowl or something like that.
But you're waiting for gravity to let the balls hit the bowl.
Yeah.
Why can't you lift it? Wait, your balls don't just disappear.
Just listen, woman.
I've seen penis before.
Girl, would you listen?
Fine.
When your balls are cold, they're more up in your body. You feel me? So it's like, for this, I would want my balls to be hangy, so they're just hanging down into the sauce.
Teabag the sauce.
You can lift the bowl up to
He wants
the
to
testicle.
teabag the sauce.
Just ask Chia to help you.
Just shut up and listen.
Why are you so mad about your little balls going up in your body?
No, my balls.
Your balls, you just sound like
My
you
balls
mad
are
about
big.
your balls being
Yeah, my ball's bigger than my dick.
Yeah, I got big ass balls.
That ain't a butt. That's my ball.
Because you don't understand what we're saying. You're trying to tell. I understand the abortion problem now. Where women always get mad at dudes. I get it.
Yeah,
you want your balls to hang so you don't.
Our body, our choice.
Look,
we don't want fucking stiff up inside us balls floating around in some soy sauce.
If I could explain this, it's like, would you? Okay, look. I just want to explain.
I totally
this.
get what you're talking
You
about.
can't
though.
explain it, but don't try to make us feel wrong for this. You don't know nothing about our balls.
I'm just trying to just go.
Okay, look.
What I'm trying to say is you can accomplish it either way, but hey, you have a preference on how you would
It's
like
not
to
a preference.
You want your balls to be a little bit saggy
okay,
when you dip them into to look like some dumplings.
It's not just because of the look or the aesthetic. Let's say this is your scrotum, right?
Yeah.
Cold. Your balls are not just loose in the scrotum; they're like up here.
So this and this are two separate things.
Yeah.
So when it's cold, it's like this.
Yes.
And so, but you want it like this.
You want it loose and in there.
Okay. Oh, I get it. Okay, that makes sense.
Like, yeah. Like
Okay.
if you were trying to touch something, look, all your fingers on your hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you were trying to poke something, would you poke it like this?
Okay,
Or would
so
you put your whole finger in
you
there?
want the whole extended.
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't have to yell at me.
Jeez, I mean, you wouldn't listen.
Fuck. Acting like you know something about balls, man. I seen this girl talk about you can't taste anything through your balls. Think about it. When you're having sex with your girl and your balls are smacking her asshole, you don't taste her asshole. I was like, first of all, how the balls gonna be smacking her asshole? You stupid idiot from the back. How? The asshole's above.
Oh, yeah.
You stupid idiot. And
no,
secondly,
but if it's on her back, then never mind.
she said from the back.
Oh, got
specifically.
it. Oh, shit.
Secondly, and still, what? You ain't got no cheek? your hole just exposed? But it says specifically sweet things and the amino acid found in soy sauce. Not the amino acid found in ass sauce.
Ass sauce.
Stupid ass.
And I'll tell you this too. And this is exactly why I wanted my balls to be droopier for this. When I'm getting my balls licked, when my balls are cold and they're up in me like that, I feel it less than when my balls are sagging.
So it's a sensitivity.
Scrotum starts like being a protector. It does this and shit.
Okay.
Yeah. Got it loose. Hang out. Yeah.
Well, now that everybody has a visual,
Yeah.
I just keep thinking about the shrimp dumpling, the one that looks like this. And it has the shumai, and it looks like that. That's what I envision. So next time I eat, it's going to be real difficult for me to not think about balls.
Pretty accurate.
Yeah, that's what shrimp inside, out like this, soy sauce.
All right, y'all. Thanks for watching this episode of the No Chaser podcast. I'm Timothy Alligato.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
And I'm Nikki Blades.
Bye.